on 12 News. After more than 40 years working with children in Golden Valley,
she makes this a community.
A popular preschool director retires. Plus, a graduating student set to become an important part of Crystal's police force. But first, what Brooklyn Park Police hope will be a valuable addition to its department. 12 News starts right now. As the population of Brooklyn Park continues to grow, officials with the police department say they're outgrowing their headquarters near City Hall.
And now plans are underway on a multi-million-dollar project that would remodel the current building and add on a garage for patrol vehicles. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more on this. Delane?
Mike and Alex, one of the main things Brooklyn Park Police want to do is provide heated garage space for 38 patrol vehicles with sensitive computers and equipment to protect them during the winter.
If we have this 50-degree garage and it's not sitting out in 30 below weather and we don't have to warm it up and let the electronics heat up and cool down, heat up, cool down, what savings we may see both in the vehicle and the equipment in the vehicle, I don't really have an answer for you right now, but I'm comfortable in saying that I think some of the equipment that's in that vehicle is going to extend its lifetime.
A quick glance at the current police department headquarters shows that many of their patrol cars sit outside. Those vehicles cost up to $50,000 apiece and essentially run for 4 days straight. So the department wants to protect its investment. This week at the Brooklyn Park City Council meeting, police officials stated their case for a new parking garage and also presented plans for a proposed expansion of the main headquarters to accommodate a growing police department.
A facility is the same thing. It's a tool. It might not seem the same because it's located in one spot, but it's a tool that the police use in terms of helping make our community safer. I would like them to have a good one.
The council took no action on the measure this week, as it was just an opportunity for the police department and the architecture firm to show off designs and get ideas from the council members. The council reviewed several different design options that cost anywhere between $9 and $10 million. Mike and Alex, that would cost homeowners about $14 to $15 a year extra in property taxes.
All right, Delane, thanks a lot. Memorial Day tradition lives on in one Maple Grove cemetery.
For years, Korean War veteran Jim Weber placed flags on veterans' graves at Rush Creek Cemetery. He had to stop after suffering a stroke a few years ago, but members of the Cemeteries Association took over, saying it's up to everyone to honor those who fought for our freedom.
It is truly a labor of love, and for everything that they've given everything for us in some cases, and we need to give something back.
35 veterans are buried at Rush Creek Cemetery.
Heading into the Memorial Day weekend, Twin Cities drivers are paying more for gas than anywhere in the lower 48 states. The average price in the Twin Cities today is $4.14, about 50 cents higher than the national average. A year ago, we were paying $3.60 a gallon. The spike at the pump is blamed on refinery problems in several Midwestern states.
This Memorial Day, a motorcade of classic cars and motorcycles will arrive at Brooklyn Park's VFW to pay tribute to Vietnam veterans. It's called the Ride for Healing, and the public is invited to join the ride or show up at the Palmer Lake VFW at 12:30 on Memorial Day. The ride will stop at 60 different VFW posts statewide from Monday through the end of the week. It's a chance to pay tribute to Vietnam vets who did not get any fanfare when they returned home.
There's an incredible loneliness and a hurt that lies within the hearts of many of our Vietnam veterans because of the way they were treated when they returned home. That hurt has never been healed, especially in outstate Minnesota.
The Ride for Healing also raises funds for an education center that will be built near the Vietnam Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C.
A longtime family-owned business in Brooklyn Park is packing up and moving to Fridley. Broadway Party and Tent Rentals says it's run out of room for all its party rental supplies at its Brooklyn Park location. It's already moved 90% of its supplies to a new Fridley location that's 4 times as big. The other part of the business, Broadway Equipment Rental, will stay in Brooklyn Park.
Typically in a recession, our equipment store that rents out stuff for the homeowners and contractors, that kind of stuff, typically when they go down, party goes up. It just one of those things that historically happens in a recession. So Party's been doing very, very well.
And the Fridley location will open June 3rd. This month, the director of a preschool in Golden Valley will retire.
She will be missed. She's been working with kids at Calvary Lutheran Church since Lyndon Johnson was president. Reporter Shannon Slatton shares Carol Zwernick's story.
I have been at this school for 43 years.
It's a golden anniversary year for the preschool at Calvary Lutheran Church.
This is a really big party.
And for most of that time,
Hi, what you guys doing?
Carol Zwernick has been a constant influence here.
A rocket ship. Wow.
She's a director now,
Work those muscles.
but she started out as a part-time teacher.
There is nothing like having a lot of children smiling at you and greeting you in the morning.
She worked to expand class options, add summer school, and push the preschool through 2 accreditations.
Look at what you made.
Carol has been so committed to our school, devoted,
Okay.
making sure that we are having the highest standards for a preschool.
It becomes the lesson about what the priorities in life should be. You know, that the relationships and the learning for the next generation are really the most important thing.
Carol says families are more involved now than ever before.
When I started teaching here, it was not uncommon that I wouldn't see Dad until Christmas program. And now both parents are very involved.
Her influence has reached generations of students and teachers.
She makes this a community.
That would go good together.
But Carol says it's a good time to retire, knowing she used her passion and faith to shape the future.
We have amazing experiences here. I know that we make a difference.
In Golden Valley, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Carol's last day is next Friday, but she'll still see some of the children because she plans to stay involved at Calvary Lutheran Church. And teachers also say they're going to miss Carol and her musical ability because she used to play piano and sing for the students as well. So multi-talented, clearly.
And congratulations to her on the
well
retirement.
deserved. Yeah. Well, he won't be barking out orders, but a new graduate will be helping out Crystal Police.
Meet the department's newest recruit coming up next. Then later in sports, Wayzata battles for a spot in the state boys tennis tournament.
But first, it's a look at your AccuWeather forecast.
Well, all across the metro, graduations are starting to take place.
And Neil Persley attended the commencement of one very important Crystal resident.
While most graduates often list cash as their preferred gift,
It's a good boy.
this one just wants his toy.
We also use a tug quite a bit, which is just a long, I don't know, kind of stuffed piece of toy. He loves that a lot too.
Meet Rocco, the Crystal Police Department's first ever canine officer who graduated from the St. Paul Police Department's Canine Academy.
Officer Jeff Cusick is our handler of our new canine and only canine. We're so excited for this. The name of Rocco, just so everybody is aware, we ended up doing a contest with our elementary school kids out in our community. And Neal Elementary kindergarten class ended up winning. We chose Rocco, which is the name that they came up with, and so we're excited about that.
A good boy.
Before now, Crystal had been borrowing canines from neighboring departments. Former Chief John Bannock saw the need for one in Crystal.
What I saw is that not only the availability of the dog, but the wait time to get the dog on scene. And that was a key component for me to believe that we needed a dog in our department.
In fact, there was so much local support that more than $35,000 was raised to bring Rocco in.
The city itself has not had to put a dime into the unit because of all the support that we've had through businesses and citizens throughout our community.
Rocco graduated summa cum canine from one of the most prestigious canine police academies in the country. But he's not all work.
He's a real social guy. He's actually pretty friendly. It's great that he knows the difference when it's time to come to work, but when I get home, he's just another member of the family.
In Crystal, Neil Persley, 12 News.
Rocco's first day on the job is Wednesday. He'll start right at it. Still ahead, one option for your weekend plans.
A new version of Alice in Wonderland has some local ties. We'll have a preview. But first in sports, highlights from the Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Golf Tournament. Jay Wilcox says that and more when we come back.
I'm Jay Wilcox with sports. The Wayzata boys tennis team plays in the state's toughest conference and section. Winning Section 6AA is an accomplishment for any team that wins it. The defending section champion Trojans meeting Edina at the U of M for the section title. This is Edina's John Yang serving at number 3 singles to Matt Tropsha. Yang's return of Tropsha's volley is into the net. The Wayzata senior wins in straight sets. Action from first doubles. Jack Grevin and Steele Kowalczyk in the near court facing Tyler Cuck and Michael Jacobson of Edina. Good play at the net results in a point for the Wayzata duo. Later, though, an ace serve for the Hornets, tying the first set at 6-6, but the Trojans go on to win this match 7-6, 6-3. Number 1 singles, Max Olson of Edina is one of the state's best. He's facing Dustin Britton. Olson is steady at the net and gets a nice point here on his way to a 6-2, 6-4 win. But the Trojans pull this match out. Nick Beatty at second singles wins a 3-set battle as Wayzata wins the match over Edina 4-3, and it's on to state for the Trojans.
Feels great. We've done it 6 years in a row now, which is an accomplishment, and it's gonna be great.
Well, Northwest Suburban Conference boys golfers take their body of work for all conference tournaments into consideration in determining the league champion. Their final tournament Thursday, a good spring and a good closing day for Maple Grove. This is senior Jake Herdine. He shoots a round of 79 at Bunker Hills. Ryan Myers of Armstrong rolls in a birdie putt on the par 5 fourth hole on the east course. He shoots a 79 for the Falcons. Anson Kuznick of Champlin Park doesn't have to make too many recovery shots in his round, but he gets one here on the 9th hole, landing safely on the green. Kuznick finishes as the tournament medalist. Dayton Federley of Osseo ties for low score on his team with a round of 79. The Orioles place 7th. Andrew Chan misses on the putt on the west course's 8th hole, but Chan turns in Park Center's lowest score with a round of 83 for the Pirates. Maple Grove's Jackson Lanou with a nice chip on number 4 East. He finishes this one up for a birdie on his way to shooting a 1/73. Lanou finishes with the lowest scoring average in the conference for the season. Here's a look at the final team scores in this tournament. Maple Grove wins with a score of 307. Champlin Park ties Andover for 2nd. Armstrong is 5th in this tourney, 3rd though for the season. Again, Kuznick the medalist with a round of 69. We'll have highlights from the Northwest Suburban Girls Golf Tournament, plus section softball, baseball, and more coming up on Sports Jam after Memorial Day. Sports Jam will air Tuesday and Wednesday at 3:30, 8, and 10:30. After a rainy first day, athletes in the Northwest Suburban saw great weather for day 2 of the Conference Championship Track and Field Meet. Coon Rapids the site for this one in the boys 4x800 relay. Zach Johnson anchors Champlin Park to the victory. In the girls 100 meters, Osseo's Phyllis Webb is edged out by Blaine's Taylor Morgan in a close race. Then the same race on the boys' side, Emmanuel Egbajor wins it for Champlin Park with an impressive showing. The boys 4x100 relay, Armstrong wins the race with Duncan Harless running the anchor leg here for the Falcons. The 4x200 relay, Fawaz Oba anchors Osseo to the win. Their time 1 minute 29.85 seconds. In the boys long jump, Trayton Daniels was 2nd place for Park Center. His best jump is 21 feet 4 inches. Back on the track, Park Center 8th grader Fashayo Iobamadeli at the end has just enough to win the 400-meter dash. In the boys 400, Egbajor makes it 2 for 2 with a winning time of 49.10. As we look at the final team scores, Blaine wins the boys title by a point over Champlin Park. Andover's 3rd. The other local teams, Maple Grove is 6th, Park Center 7th, Armstrong 9th, and Osseo 10th. The Elk River girls edge Blaine by less than a point to win the conference championship. Maple Grove is 4th, Armstrong 7th, Osseo 8th, Champlin Park 10th, Park Center is 11th. The section baseball playoffs got started Thursday for local squads in Section 5-3A. Cooper and Maple Grove meeting at Park Center, and it's all Maple Grove. Joe Franta bloops one in no man's land in short left field. Isaac Collins is the second of 2 runners to score as Maple Grove goes up 5-1 in the second. Same inning and Tyler Field grounds a hit past the second baseman. Franta and Ben Osborne score. Maple Grove gets 5 in the second inning, prompting a call to the bullpen for Cooper. But the Crimson do even better in the 3rd. Field gets all of this one and drives it out to right for a 2-run shot. The Crimson crush Cooper 15-2 in 5 innings. Also in Section 5, Park Center takes on Irondale. With the bases full, Andrew Gagne lifts a fly ball to right center that the center fielder can't quite get to. Tony Kramer and Blake Becker are the second and third runners to score on Gagne's bases clearing double. It's 3-1 PC after an inning. In the third, Jeremy Tutt will bounce a hit to short. It takes a bad hop. 2 more runs score on this play, and Park Center stretches the lead out to 6-1. And that's plenty for Pirates pitcher Mark Lundholm. He goes the distance as Park Center rolls to an 8-1 victory. And some more tournament action for those teams coming up on Memorial Day as well.
All right, thanks a lot, Jay.
You bet.
Still ahead, 2 local students put their own creative spin on a childhood classic.
Stay tuned for a brand new version of Alice in Wonderland when we come back. Curious about what to do this weekend? Consider catching a childhood classic.
The Children's Theater Company in Minneapolis is presenting Alice in Wonderland, and the show includes some young local talent. Follow Renee Bonneau down the rabbit hole for today's weekend showcase.
16-year-old Anna Evans feels right at home in Wonderland.
I guess I've always kind of enjoyed making things up.
The Armstrong sophomore's creativity has landed her on various theater stages in the metro.
Yes, Your Majesty.
This spring, she's front and center, playing the courageous and curious Alice of Alice in Wonderland, a character not unlike herself.
When she comes to this world, she's very open-minded and very excited about everything that she, encounters.
Alice in Wonderland was like my favorite movie when I was little.
Like Anna, Sahar Lavech is a veteran on stage. In Alice in Wonderland, the 14-year-old from Brooklyn Center plays different people and objects as part of the ensemble.
It just feels like every single day you come here and you just play.
If it was so, it might be.
The girls sacrifice a lot to do this. They do about 10 shows a week, missing school almost every day. But neither feels regret about being in this play, only pride.
This production is extremely whimsical and so fun and just like, it's so comedic, and I think that's something that really stands out about what we have here.
It's different things coming together to make one big magical world, and there's twists and turns and you're always on the edge of your seat and you'll never know what's coming next, and it's really great.
For Weekend Showcase, I'm Renee Bonneau.
Alice in Wonderland runs through June 15th at the Children's Theater in Minneapolis. Have a great holiday.
Hmm.